Can we book a place in this season's Champions League semi-finals after the next 90 minutes? Welcome back everyone to my Manchester United career on Football Manager 2017. This is what Football Manager is all about. Last season we won the Champions League. Can we do it for a second time this season? I mean, Barcelona and Man City are already into the semi-final draw. Monaco and Porto play on the same evening that we do. I would say we've got a very good chance of winning the Champions League once again this season. I think it's only really Barcelona and the revitalised Man City under the management of Arsene Wenger this season that stand in our way. Now, since the last episode when we did beat Tottenham 2-0 in the first leg, I've only played the one game off camera. That was away to Watford at Vicarage Road in the Premier League. We came away with just a point after a 0-0 draw. It was a bore draw. We should have done so much better with Lukaku and Lewandowski up front. You would expect one of them to be putting the ball in the back of the net, but we have 15 shots, 5 on target, and it's still finished 0-0. I mean, we even stopped Watford from registering a shot on goal. Not even one on target in front of their home fans. We really should have won that game, and it didn't help, seeing that we dropped points against Watford, that Arsenal went on to beat Newcastle 4-1. So once again, they've closed the gap ever so slightly to just 9 points, and there's only 5 games remaining of this Premier League season. It's getting tense. I did rest a few key players in that 0-0 draw against Watford on the weekend, so in they come to start this game against Spurs, this second leg. Now Spurs, they've gone with Lloris in goal at the back, Durate, pretty much the same team. I think they've only made the one or two changes. Wimmer comes in. They've got Onamar in central midfield, Lamela, Christian Eriksen, Jesse Lingard and Harry Kane, who failed to score, failed to have a shot in the first leg back at Old Trafford. And we, as you know, we've been keeping tabs on Harry Kane. We've got the scouts out watching his every move. For United, Lindelof starts along with Dyer, who returns to the new White Hart Lane. Andrew Ferguson in central midfield alongside Paul Pogba, Hazard, Lewandowski and Lukaku going forwards. For me, that's the best possible lineup I could pick. Well, we get kick-off then. So we're just 90 minutes away from booking a place in this season's Champions League semi-final. We're almost there again. It'd be the third season on the trot if we can overcome Spurs here today. We do have the upper hand, and we are starting off very well in this game, although they do have a free kick which Eriksen puts wide. David De Gea, yeah, it's not bothering him at all. It's mad really with how Spurs have just declined over this season. I mean, the last couple of seasons, as you know, Spurs have just been so difficult to beat, to get anything against them, whether in the league or any other competition. Whereas this season they've just slumped hard, almost fallen on hard times. Although they do find themselves in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Lukaku hits the post. He is offside though. Good effort, good start. Lindelof to Lukaku. Back to Lindelof. And trying to press the Spurs. It's not working. Good passing all around. There's Lindelof. Why isn't Lindelof on the move there? Hazard in for Lukaku. Hits the post again. Well, the crossbar this time. Johnny with the yellow card. He's going to have to be careful. Pogba's going to hit this! And hit it indeed. He's made it 1-0. It's now 3-0 on aggregate. Surely now we're going through. Look at that for a finish from Pogba. Hazard takes the free kick short. Finds Pogba. About 25-30 yards out. Took a deflection. Found the back of the net. Brilliant goal for Paul Pogba. Such a shame for Durate to be on the end of that. Hazard with a free kick. Looked promising, looking to pick out that top left-hand corner. Still 1-0, 3-0 on aggregate. Played so well. We just haven't been phased at all this season by Spurs. Lukaku failed to chase that down. Eriksen back in for Alderweireld, who hits it. And it's David De Gea with a top save. Top draw stuff that. There's another corner though, which we're going to have to defend. Lukaku does defend it at near post. Couldn't maybe chest it down or keep it under control. It goes out for a Spurs throw. Harry Kane offside. Haven't really heard much about him over the course of these 2 legs. He's kept himself to himself. Whether that has anything to do with us scouting him for every match that Spurs play, whether that's played a role or not, I'm not sure. But Spurs with a cross into the box here. Poorly cleared, and it's Jesse Lingard who finds a way back into this fixture for his team Spurs. It is 1-1, 3-1 on aggregate now, just before the half-time break. And it was Ferguson's header away that found Josh Onomar outside the box, in for Jesse Lingard. And there was no stopping that for David De Gea, unfortunately. Eric Lamela. Are we going to see Spurs of old in the second half? That is the question, seeing that Jesse Lingard's equaliser has found their way back into it. And Eric Lamela with an effort there, first time, just goes wide of the goal. They are starting to get their shots away now. Is Harry Kane going to turn it on and go out with a blast here at Spurs if he is to move to United in the summer? Could you just imagine that? Coming up through the academy at Tottenham. Oh, Pogba's free kick hitting the post there. Coming up through the academy at Tottenham. Being linked heavily with a move to United, and then in his final season manages to go on and win the Champions League for the first time for Tottenham. Would be some story that, but hopefully it doesn't happen for us. Here is Hazard. Oh, it's at the side netting. At the side netting. It is going to be a goal kick now for Tottenham, which Lloris is going to take. Moves up the field. Well, just like a second goal now, just to make things a little bit more comfortable. Wanyama to Eriksson. Spurs really going for it now. It's in for Harry Kane. It's Wanyama. And the loose ball just goes past Lamela, who I'm sure was ready to pull the trigger. Durate, Smalling with the clearance, and it's out for a throw. On for Hazard. He's gonna, could have ran a bit more with that, but Lewandowski, right, you're coming off. I've had enough of you. He's really starting to annoy me this season, Lewandowski. Yes, he has scored some important goals this season alone, but it's moments like that where you just think, you know, why are you standing still when you're surrounded by the opposition, when you've got options available as well? Why not just pass it on? Don't just stand there, wait for them to take it off you. It's annoying to see that. It was a good effort from Josh Onomar as well. Straight to Halo, comfortable save. On comes Rashford then to re-link up with Romelu Lukaku, because Lukaku had that injury which saw him out for up to 5 weeks not long ago. It's good to have him back though in the team. We've just got to make sure that we get those two ticking over nicely once again. Here is Josh Onomar, who hits it from range, and it's another save from David De Gea. They're seriously knocking on the door here at Tottenham. Will anything come from this corner? It's Christian Eriksen looking for Lamela. It's on for Hazard. Look at the space. Why is he passing it to Rashford? He had the pace to at least run with that a bit longer. Hazard again. Turns on it and loses the ball. That's not good. It's not good play. I'm not happy with that. He shouldn't have been passing it straight away to Marcus Rashford. I can see where he's coming from, but with the amount of space that Hazard had, he should have at least had a bit more confidence in himself to get into that space. Shaw now on to Hazard. To Dyer. Can he score against his former side? No, he can't. His effort goes sailing over. Hazard with the corner. We're close now to the end. Close to heading into the semi-final. In Hazard. Crosses it in. It's Pogba. It's Rashford. It's Lukaku! There is that understanding between Rashford and Lukaku. There is that partnership coming into full effect. And it's Lukaku that makes it 2-1. 4-1 on aggregate now for Manchester United. And look at that. Simple pass from Rashford. Knew exactly where Lukaku was positioned. And he hit it first time. We're going through. We are going through to the Champions League semi-final. There we go. There's the final whistle here at New White Hart Lane. It feels so good. We've done Tottenham again. And what I've seen over these past two fixtures and the games against Bayern Munich as well, I'm feeling pretty confident of going all the way once again this season in the Champions League. Looks like Monaco have advanced as well after beating Porto 5-2 in their game. But as you can see, Manchester United win in Champions League quarter-final. we're into another semi-final. That's 3 seasons on the trot now, and I'd really love to win it once again this season, the Champions League, because the main aim is to not only equal Liverpool's European record by 5 Champions League trophies, but also to knock them off their perch, just like we did in the Premier League. Anyway, let's go and find out who we're going to be drawn against in the semi-final, who we've got to get through to reach the final once more. There's some big names in this hat for this season's Champions League semi-final draw. It is to be made. Let's go and find out who we're going to be drawn against, who we will have to go through. So excited. This is what Football Manager's all about. So Monaco, Man City, Barcelona and Manchester United are the teams remaining in the Champions League. Let's do this. Automatic draw. Who's out first? I bet we get Barcelona. Barcelona out first. They'll play at home against Man City. So that means, okay, we're at home in the first leg once again, but against Monaco. I'm very happy that we haven't been drawn against Barcelona. It's the only team we seem to play in the Champions League on this save. But yeah, I'm happy with that. I think we can overcome Monaco. I mean, they're second in Ligue 1. Let's have a look at their team. Leonardo Yardim is in charge. Let's have a look at their squads. They still have Sibide. They have Darmian, who we sold to them in, I think it was my 2nd season in the save. Thiago, Bernardo Silva, Mkhitaryan, who's currently on loan at Monaco, so he won't be able to play against us, of course, because of that clause. They've still got Thomas Lemar, Darmian, who's at the age of 31 now. That's mad. And they've also got Moutinho still. I think we've got enough about us to overcome Monaco. Definitely, I think we can do them. When do we play them? So up next we've got Stoke. That's Ryan Giggs' Stoke. They come to Old Trafford. Then we've got Hull. Then we've got Monaco. I'm thinking for the next episode we could probably have the title wrapped up by that Leeds game. I might do a double live comp, Monaco and Leeds, and then the episode after that just focus on the second leg against Monaco away from home. Anyway, that's it for this episode. We're through to the Champions League semi-finals after that win against Tottenham. Feels so good. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all soon for the next one. Thanks for watching.